Oh my god. I just realized we have a black screen. Black screen on board. That is an error on my behalf. Now, how do we... Back to one title. And there we go. Sorry about that, guys. My mother freaking computer went ape shit. I don't know what happened. It's a program that I be using. It's good, but on occasion it does mess me around, you know. So I don't like to get too muddled up with that. But yeah, what today I wanted to do a freestyle and talk because I felt like doing a video, and also wanted to do something spontaneous, and I guess it makes sense too, considering we have an Aries moon and a Sagittarius sun. You know, so like I also pulled a card on it, and the vibe was just hitting for the spontaneity, you know. So we went for the spontaneity, we went for the little bit of freedom, that Sagittarius Aries energy, you know. With what's it called? The Sag sun, obviously everything's gonna be filtered through and seen in the light of Sag, which is higher learning, expansion, growth, escapism as well. So we're going to be filtered through that energy. So people are going to be either expanding into something or escaping out of some kind of energy. And but also because we're in the moon Aries, it's filtered. The energy itself is Aries moon. So not filtered. Sorry, the moon itself is filtered through the sun, but the world that it is in is the moon. It's like the womb or the atmosphere or the space that it is within, and then that space represents Aries things. So it's reacting and responding to cardinal fire type energy. So initiating and creating a new way of seeing and feeling about things. So this is also going to be in an extreme way because Aries itself is more to, because the moon is reacting and responding or feeling a certain way about something, reacting and responding to the things in our personal life and our personal affairs, or the things we're personally interested in. But because it's filtered from the first house, or Aries is ruled by the first house, this is not just to say that like Aries itself represents first house things, but it can be expressing those kind of traits. And when it's in the moon, it's going to be related to our independence, our personality, our who are we, you know, and reacting and responding and initiating a new way of seeing and feeling about like our personality, our independence, our passions, our ambitions, all that Mars type energy. So, you know, is your passions in a good place or is it in a bad place? And then that's leading you to get passionate about things that are just kind of leading you off your path rather than keeping you on your path. So it just depends on which side of the spectrum you've been planting seeds on. Will show you where you need to work on and what areas you should like kind of keep going because it's like you got a good thing going there, you know, type of thing. So with the Aries moon as well, when you have some area to direct that passion or that fiery energy, that will either like completely negate or lessen the percentage of you experiencing all that fiery kind of energy. So you're like more in that space where your passions are fulfilled and you don't really need to exert any fire anymore because you've already like expressed it in the areas where you wanted to express it. So just checking my live first. Sounds like we're good. So yeah, when it comes to the Aries moon being expressed through the Sagittarius sun is going to show that in a mutable kind of way, in as well as mutable fire. So it's double fire right now as well. So it's going to be more passionate than another placement with like maybe water or air or even earth. Like those will tone it down a little bit when it comes to the fire, but now it's more fiery. So what if you've got a passion or a goal as well, you might feel now, because we've been right into the Aries moon, you would have been feeling your passion and your motivation start to build up as well. And I think we're leading up to a Taurus, one of those. So we're getting close to the full moon as well, which is like us fulfilling that space, fulfilling that to grow and manifest as like its own atmosphere for you to experience. So if you've been planting those seeds in areas that, you know, give you experiences of stuff you do like, then you're going to experience more of that energy. And if you've been planting it in areas of stuff that you don't necessarily like, then obviously that's going to manifest those kind of experiences as well. So once we get to the full moon, you will start to experience the fullness of this. But even leading up to the full moon, you start to notice the inklings and the changes. Like it's almost like something's building up, but you have to have the spiritual eye to be able to see it, you know, and you won't be able to see it if you're just distracted and lost into the world. You don't even know anything about spirituality or the first thing about what I mean when I even say the spiritual eye. So, you know, if you're able to actually be able to see something like that, then that obviously shows you like your ability to be aware of something that not necessarily a lot of people are aware of. And that's not to build an ego out of, it's just to be aware of that awareness itself. And now you're on the outside looking in, and you always want to be in that space. You always want to be on the outside looking in of something, as opposed to being inside and looking out, where all you can see is what you're within, you know. But right now as well, we live in a reality where we're on the inside and looking out of something in general. But the more outer you go, the more free, like the less layers and filters you have, like spiritually speaking. So like just going outer itself, I explain that it's in a small form of you being aware of the fact that you're in something in the first place, is you being able to jump out of that, right? But you're still going within something at the same time, because everything happens at a simultaneous. Otherwise you wouldn't have a mind and you wouldn't be able to perceive or think of that unless you're within a space, within a mind, within a lot of energy work into over time as well. So that leads me to being able to do get more out of it when I actually come and jump onto the video, because I've put in that like back pocket energy. Shout out to Dollar to Pilot Man on YouTube. He's the one. Back pockety energy is the thing that he introduced me to in one of his videos, or a few actually. So that back pockety energy is like the energy work you put in certain areas that you know, lead you to later on down the line being able to have something to show for it, you know. as opposed to just putting your energy and investing it into areas that it's wasted, and then you have no back pockety energy because you're distracted into other things, or you have certain responsibilities, or whatever the case may be. So you're not able to build up that back pockety energy, and then you're not able to express it in the external. Once you go out, that you don't have anything to show for the amount of time that's passed over X amount of days, you know, like same shit, different day kind of energy. So when you start to realize all of that, then, you know, it'll help you to kind of realize where you may be falling short at in your life, where you might not realize or be aware of, or maybe you are slightly aware of it, but overall, you're not sure how to go about doing said things, or just, you know, whatever the case may be. You could have many different reasons on why that might be something you'd like to hear, but regardless of the fact, when it comes to Miss Freestyle, he style, I got the stylish shit. I could give a fuck if you wanna jack my shit, cause I could give a fuck, I'm not that bitch. I could really care, I'm just trying to switch, transform, change. You know that I love to play the game, but not the manipulative ones. Maybe the, I don't know. Anyways, I could really care less. I'm just trying to stay blessed, but I won't beat less, cause I'm impressed by myself and I don't stay undressed. Keep my clothes right on. I could give a fuck if you're singing this song. You know that I'm just chilling, smoking on the helicopter, not a bomb. Yeah, Cheech and Chong. And I don't even need to beat. I don't even need a beat. I could really care less. I'm just trying to take a seat so you can see. I'm just trying to swim in the sea. I don't see why you would hate on me, cause I'm free. Limitless all possibilities. Kiss, kiss, kiss me on the cheek. Yes, bitch, you know that I don't reek. I got the good smells and the good vibrations. I could give a fuck if you get an aeration. That so you can't take it and you can't shake it and you can't fake it because I just made it. Bitch. I could give a fuck. So let's get a beat up on this bitch. I don't think I like this one. That's kind of cute though. It's giving. It's very much giving like YouTube stock beats. But anyways, I don't want to diss my creativity, cause you know that I got the nativity. I can give a fuck about the fake activity. You know I'm on that slay activity, but you know I'm not on play activities, cause I keep it real and I stay on the motherfucking beat. I could give a fuck if you wanna hear me take a seat. I'm just trying to stay up on the, and I don't really care about the cup or the bowl. You know that I'm not trying to stay sold. I'm not trying to sell my motherfucking soul. No bitch, get the fuck out here, that's old. I'm not trying to be in that shit cause I'm cold. Southeast in the world, you know, we got the bold shit. And I don't really care about the old shit. You know, we like to transform, yes. Might be fixated in our ways, but Saturn got the cycles and it likes to separate. Cause you know that I'm trying to be right. Everything in my old life that I don't want or know that I hate. Cause you know that I'm not trying to play the games. I'm not trying to mess with the motherfucking lane. You know that I'm not creating my fucking brain. Did the healing. You know that I'm motherfucking dealing on that journey. Yeah, look at the Irish shit. Irish. You know that I'm Irish. I could give a fuck about that. Cause I'm not really trying to act like a South brat. Yeah. Don't mind me, cause it's Aries moon. Got the passion, I could really care a bit. Wait, I just realized I didn't even check to see if the microphone's picking up on the freaking beat. You know, I'm just chilling on my own. I can't even see anybody in the kitchen eating on the bench. You know that I'm chilling with my mother again. I don't really care about the mother freaking. You know that I made these freaking beats, yeah. Shout out to me for making these beats. Slay. Might release an instrumental. Fuck around and release an instrumental. Yeah. Damn. Look at me thinking of new hairstyles. Oh, don't mind me, guys. Don't mind me. I was meant to be rapping. Can you tell I'm a little bit Ari? That was like me trying to record music. I wasn't feeling it. Was a cute idea though. Bro. Right. Sometimes I just need to change it up, you know? It gets a little bit old. Like, shout out to Dollar Department, man. This is. I'm not trying, I swear. Like, I literally just thought it was cute, and then I did it, and I was like, oh, I see. It's giving dollar. It's giving dollar. As much as I don't want to admit it. But, you know, that's just the way of life. And I think that's a lot about what he talks about on his channel. Because he is like the atmosphere, so it's not like anybody's copying him trying to be like that. It's just that, like, where our thoughts and our feelings make up that atmosphere. Real dollar to Pilot Man. So that's why I always say, go to his channel. You better be watching, because anything that you could ever learn, it's literally you're just learning like of him. Like, I don't know how to explain it in English terms. Coming to like the way you think, the way you feel. That's literally a collection of like, or like not even just that, like sorry, but that too, but like the way you think, the way you feel, and how that condenses to become like this vessel and this organ. These are just like dead bodies, essentially. So like they're dead forms of angelic beings, and angelic beings are atmospheres. So, and so when you actually know that these are just dead forms of angelic beings, aka atmospheres, then you know you'd be a lot better off, because you'd be able to see life for what it actually is. But otherwise, you're just gonna end up like being like kind of zombie-like, you know? Which I can see that being something cute for someone, you know? But yeah, that's not for me. And then yeah, he talks all about like atmospheres and stuff on his channel. I don't even feel like I need to sit here and explain, because if you really wanted to know, you would go watch his videos on YouTube at the end of the day. And yeah. So if you want to know, you know where to go. Okay, honey? Otherwise, stick around, hear what I have to say. You know, little old me. I don't know if I'm really comparable, but well, if you're a human, don't know if you're ever gonna be comparable to something like that. At least not for another 5,000 millennia. Oh, this hairstyle's not working for me at the moment, but it will. I'll make it work. Anyways, this turned into a video of me doing my hair, which I don't really care that much. Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. Aries moon, Sag sun, you know? Sometimes it's spur of the moment, you know, you gotta do what you gotta do. You don't really need to think about it, you just need to act. Like that Aries moon type of energy, you just act. Okay, you wanna do, you wanna do. And then other times, like, you know, Gemini, Taurus, you can kind of think about it a little bit more. And it's so funny because, like, most people, like, not most, I won't say most, because I don't even want to wish that upon myself, but a lot of people might think some things I'm saying is very simple. But life is simple, really. And your mind is, but you don't realize. You'll think it's complicated. Oh, honey, I'm telling you right now, there are beings out here that know your mind inside out more than you do. So what'd you think? It's the Wild West out here. No, jokes. That's giving Native American hobbyism. So, while I do my hair, let me just talk about some more astrology. So yeah, when it comes to the Taurus moon that we're coming up as well, is going to be conjunct Uranus and Taurus. And Uranus and Taurus, we've been in that for a while, so we've been really learning about new ways of stability, security, safety, shelter, all that bomb ass Taurus shit. And because Uranus is like all that change, rebel, oppose, go against kind of energy. So you can obviously tell where that's going to go. We're going to be changing, rebelling, and opposing against old ideas, old ways of stability, consistency, security, safety, shelter, all that good shit. So, like, you know, a lot of people don't even know this. They just be like, oh, yeah, life is just happening type thing. But, you know, it's actually directly correlated and tied to the signs, but that's also because that's the atmosphere. When we're talking about star signs and all that, it's just talking about the different phases, the different atmospheres basically. And so it's just different atmospheres relating to other different atmospheres. Like you have an atmosphere, okay, that's why when someone can walk into the room and they can feel the vibe, you know, because you have your own atmosphere that you're carrying with you, which is your mind. Got a mini form of an atmosphere. So, you know your power, bitch. Don't be like thinking that you're fucking tiny ass little, like, oh, you just like going through life like a la di da di da di da. No, life is not la di da. You're creating an atmosphere, and yeah, get with it. Get with the program. Otherwise, you'll miss the shift. Sorry, love. You just won't. You won't be in for it. And you'll be on the outside looking like, what the fuck is going on? And then you have to figure something out while, you know, everyone else who caught on to the shift, which is us, like, going through transformations beyond all the signs, beyond the astrology and everything. Like, we're going on an overall shift as well. But, like, with the astrology as well, that's just backing and supporting that energy. But remember, the atmosphere is the mind, or all of our collective minds, built up to create, like, you know, a whole atmosphere, which we call, like, really, like, you know, the atmosphere is what we're within, or the space essentially, and then the earth is like a mini or a more condensed, heavier form of that. So the sky and the earth, it's not like they're two separate things. They're actually like one and the same. The sky condenses to become the earth. And that's not no like hooky booky, spooky stooky shit. Like that's some real shit. But, you know, if you're lost into the world, you won't even think twice about shit like that. Because you'll be like, something about like what NASA told you or something, you know? Some shit like that. So it's 8:24. We might hop off soon. We're getting 30 minutes into the video. So I did a little freestyle, I did a little Mystar, I did a little show, did a little pony ho. I was still talking about Aries, Taurus and Uranus, I think. But yeah, with the Taurus and Uranus, like this is just leading us to like really look at old things that we maybe saw as more secure and stable or as more consistent, maybe be seeing on the other end as not so secure and not so stable anymore. You can't ignore the energy that's going on in the atmosphere. You can like either work with it or go against it, but you can't just like ignore it essentially unless you're, I mean, I won't even say you can't ignore it, because if you're in a real godly space, like aka you're in a space of no thing, all possibilities, really limitless as opposed to limited, physical, condensed, then you'll be able to somehow ignore the energies essentially, because you will just allow things to kind of pass through you and they won't affect you. So yeah, I won't even say you can't ignore them, but you know, if you're watching my channel and you haven't watched all of the Parliament's channel, I don't know, this is a steep hill you're going up, so you better be careful where you go. I don't want to put blood on my hands, like, with that kind of shit. So just be mindful of the energy as above, and that'll enable you to get an idea of how you can go about doing something that will harmonize with that energy, as opposed to going against the grain. It's all about harmonizing. Same with relationships, connections. Like everything is about, like, can you harmonize well, or do you need to develop some form of separation and disconnection in order for you to go to the next phase, for you to be able to harmonize with a better experience, a greater experience, expand into a greater experience, or that Saggy kind of energy, expanding into a new way of seeing and feeling about things. So yeah, Aries moon, Sagittarius sun, that's all the vibes that we got going on. I don't really want to sit here and leave the video this early, but something tells me that I should end the video here. So I'm gonna end the video here, and I will see you guys for the next freaking vids. Okay, I hope you enjoy your time. Whatever you're doing, wherever you are, shoot like a star. You know you go for.